Yeah, I want to ask you about experimentation a little bit here because like we chat with different people at different spots of the adoption curve. Like still today, surprisingly, there's people that are kind of polar opposites to you and aren't fully awake yet to the reality that in a few years maybe they might not have a job that they currently do today and they're just now starting to use ChatGPT to summarize meetings, like very
Yeah.
basic 101 stuff. And a lot of folks like the advice they give if you're starting or you're very new, just like experiment, just like get accounts and a bunch of different things, play around with stuff, follow a couple of people, read this blog post. But like this idea of making time for experimentation is easier said than done. You called AI and marketing ops the biggest sandbox to play in right now. What makes this the highest leverage place for marketing leadership today? And like, how do you find time to add new things in that sandbox and keep up with everything that's getting built?
If I have a task, the first question I'm asking myself is like, can I do it with AI? So it's like there's no backlog, there's like nothing. This is just I have this task. How can I make it quicker? And if I don't know how to make it quicker, I would ask. Well, I would research with AI, and I'm not using AI fully for work. I'm using it for everything. I'm using this for a relationship. Like I was walking the dog and I was chatting to Claude, and there's like a huge project. I have Olga's health as my Claude project with all of my DNA analysis, like all of my blood tests and all
Mhm.
that stuff, like all of my uploaded grocery orders. So it's just like it where, but yeah, I was recording. I was like, I told AI, just ask me all of the questions about relationships, about my emotions, and what I care about. And then I was just in audio mode. I was telling this. And then at the end of the chat, I asked the AI to summarize this, and I copy pasted like a huge thing, and I sent to my partner. And so we didn't have like a ceiling lamp in the kitchen, and I took a photo, asked Claude just to suggest this like 5 versions. It suggests 5 versions. Asked them to to translate this to Spanish. I then asked open like ChatGPT to search for this in Spanish websites, and then like we bought the ceiling lamp like much faster because it took us like no time to find this. So um, that's how I approach all of the work stuff, all of the personal things, and that just like I'm training myself to think AI first. Like, how can I do it faster? How can AI help me? And that's why it's the biggest sandbox. Like, it's just, for example, if you I don't know, like if you have wood and they just need to carve something with wood, like it only works if you have skills for this. But like with AI, if you're an artist, then it's applicable. Like if you're like a marketing ops, you're applicable. If you're a mom, it's applicable. Like it's like infinite use cases, and it all is tailored to you, like to anybody. And that's why it's so great. Like it's universal. And the only limit of this is like what you imagine this to do for you. Um, so yeah, that's like I have not seen anything like this be so like you can chat about AI like with anybody, and then they will have the use case that you never thought of, and then you will have the use case they never thought of, and that's like you're talking about the same thing. It just like it's just a tool.
Mhm. Yeah, I love your story about chatting with AI over voice while you're walking your dog. I actually started doing that recently. Like I'm still a solopreneur. I got a couple advisors and partners that help me with the podcast, but for the most part, my business partner is Claude, and I take him on walks with me while I'm walking the dog. And recently, we just got into like just hypothetical conversations and thinking like bigger pictures instead of like the local maximum that I'm focused on when I'm just like in the day to day like busy work. And it's just like been eye opening, like almost like a business therapist in a
Yep.
sense. And yeah, to your point, like everyone you talk to that does like the voice stuff, like you discover a new use case for it that you didn't think of before.